What is up, everybody, and welcome back to a Fallout 76 build. I'm here with my excavator power armor, which I literally got finished yesterday. I had a single leg to build and I couldn't find any of the bloody springs, but we're doing a fun build today, and this is where we are building. We're building on the driving range, which is a small part of the White Springs area. It's a place that no one really seems to go. I think I've seen 2 builds done down here, and this land is relatively flat towards the car park area, which is where I'm building, but on the further out it's a bit hilly and not really the best place to build. Plus I want to incorporate this little building into my entire thing. It's a place that you'd come and pick up your balls and your clubs and stuff, so I decided to do it as a small area that you'd come and sign in. But it's time to get on with the build, and we are building a very simple thing. It's a bazaar. Now, if you don't know what a bazaar is, I'd say it's a market. It's a big, large market. A bazaar is like the Middle Eastern version of it, I think. I don't know. You hear bazaar in things like Kingdom of Heaven or something like that. But it's just got 3 buildings in it. And we're starting with the first building, which is just a 2x2. And this is going to be the general store. Now, the general store will do everything apart from food, guns, ammo, and armor. All that stuff goes to other buildings. But this is the place that will do everything else. And I tried to make it look like it had a suspended roof like you'd expect. There's no cloth roofs, which really bugs me. So I had to go with this kind of weird, wacky, floaty roof kind of design. And as you can see, I tried to stuff in as much as I possibly could. Now, when you've got a market, normally you'll stuff as many things in as you possibly can. Like, I've been to Manchester Market, and seriously, the amount of stuff just crammed in over there is unbelievable. So I tried to do the same with my kind of overall aesthetic. So I've got my little vault boy, and I've got, tool chests, filing cabinets that'll hold stuff, newsstands, a double-sided rack, which you can see in the middle right there, which is what holds everything, and then just some decorations on the outside. However, we are moving on to the biggest part of this, which is the eatery, or the place that you go get the food, and it only does food. It only does food, and it is a 3x3x2x1x1x2 that's going around the outside. And I didn't want to show you any of the just construction aspects of this. I just wanted to get this one out of the way because it's the biggest one. However, you can see it's gone for a nice outside patio style kind of thing, and I'm glad I put the ones with the umbrellas on because it was raining at the time of filming this, as you can see. And on the inside, it's very simple. It's just a table with a cooking pot, two tables with 2 chairs, and a shelf that would hold stuff. I really wish we had junk items that we can use to decorate, because this would make all my builds look like way better. And then, of course, we have the leader of this universe, Mr. Pebbles. Yes, Mr. Pebbles. And while I was doing this, by the way, I just sat down to start filming, like, me sat at a table. This guy turned up, and he just kind of really weirdly panned around me and then ran off. So I was like, right, okay. But I think this is a very nice, very simple build. It has mood lighting, which is what I like. So if you've ever been to a restaurant that has mood lighting, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I use the oil lamps as a way to try and create a nice little calming atmosphere, especially in a apocalyptic situation. And finally, the worst build I have ever done, and that's because I ran out of materials to build and went farming for more and just couldn't find any, is the gun store. Now, the gun store obviously does guns, ammo, and it does armor. And I wanted to try and make it look like it would be some sort of militarized kind of, installation stuff, because it does just the weapons and the heavy stuff. So I put a little wall of the concrete dividers around the side to make it look like it had been reinforced. And then, of course, I went in with these. They're not the Brotherhood ones, because there's no Brotherhood label. They're just your standard military blockade posts that you'd stand behind, barricades or something. I can't remember what they're called. But I tried to give it a more of a armoured kind of look to it, which I guess kind of paid off a little bit. But on the inside, the only thing you're really going to find is a shelf. Yeah, a shelf. And a small area that you will stand behind. And of course a weapon crafting. And sadly there's no like yippee-ki-yay cowboy kind of poster, so I had to go with the Let's Go Rebuild America poster, which I kind of like. It's kind of nice. However, you will be able to find me behind all of the counters. Now, I don't have a crew to run this with me. I am completely and utterly solo, so I will be behind everyone. I will be behind the guns and ammo, and I'll be selling everything there. Of course, I will also be at the food place cooking up healing items, which I've just thought it's probably a good place to do it. And I will also be working in the general store, here to trade and take anything and everything that you've got. And it's really easy to find as well. It's literally on your way in the main. If you have into White Springs, if you haven't discovered White Springs and you have to walk in, I'm on your right pretty much as soon as you walk in. So yeah, this is my bazaar, I guess you could call it, or my market. So come on down and enjoy it. Now, of course, it's all basic and simple, which is how I like it, and I want to know what you guys think of it, and if you would be willing to come down on the PS4, obviously, and check it out. But apart from that, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming along today. You know the drill. Like, share, and subscribe, and as always, stay awesome.